Hello everyone. Today is a little bit of a stressful day because Koda is getting his teeth removal surgery today. So it is 9 a.m. and I actually dropped him off at the vet for his surgery at 7:30. So they're probably either doing the surgery like right now as I speak, or they're about to be finished, or they finished recently. Like, his surgery should be happening like right around this exact time. I'm a little nervous, but I think it will go well and I think it will be fine. For those of you who do not know, my rabbit Koda is currently having surgery to have all of his front incisors removed. So both top and bottom front incisors are going to be removed because they don't grow properly. So that's good. I am very excited for him to finally have his teeth removed, so I don't have to keep worrying about trimming them. I don't have to worry about him eating, and he should then be able to live a happy, normal bunny life after his incisors are gone. So right now I'm just sort of waiting on the call from the vet for the update on how he's doing. She called me before he went into surgery, and she's supposed to call me like after he gets out and, you know, starts to recover a little bit. Luna did go to the vet with him. I don't think they're going to be able to keep them in the same like kennel the whole time, just because they have to monitor his poop and his eating and everything. But she is there with him so that she could like be there for emotional support, and also so she doesn't feel weird if he were to come back from the surgery and smell like the vet and she had stayed here. That could cause issues with their bond. So she just went with him to the vet. So yes, very excited that he is getting his surgery. It cost around $11.43 total was the surgery estimate. Could be more, could be less once I go back and like pick him up and they total up final like what I paid. But $11.43 was the estimate for the surgery. So I paid that this morning, and then we're just waiting on a call from the vet. So I will get back with you guys when I receive a call. Getting up this early this morning was a pain. I was up before 7 a.m., which is like that. I never do that, so that was crazy. But I'm glad he can get his surgery, and I will update you guys when the vet hopefully calls me back soon. Alright guys, so I just heard back from my vet and his surgery has been completed. His teeth have pretty much been successfully removed. Sorry, they literally just texted me too. So all 4 teeth are removed. There is a small chance that the upper left may grow back. She said like it was kind of weak in the middle, and it's possible that like it didn't get fully pulled out, but hopefully it did and we won't have to come back and remove it. And also they removed his left peg tooth, which is like a little tiny tooth kind of I think behind the incisors. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what that is. But there was no right peg tooth to be removed, so that could show up later as well. But basically all of his teeth have been removed and he's moving around. You know, he's woken up from the surgery and everything. So she said she's going to give me another update in a few hours on, you know, how he's eating, how he's behaving, and then we'll determine from there if he's going to come back home today or if he needs to stay overnight. Personally, I'm thinking he'll probably come home today just because, you know, he is a pretty active bunny. And it sounds like he, you know, woke up pretty well from the surgery, so hopefully he'll start eating soon. And, you know, they don't close till 6, so hopefully sometime in the next, like, 8 hours, he can be good enough to be brought home. That way he doesn't have to stay overnight and I don't have to worry about those boarding fees or anything. So very good. His teeth have been removed. So yes, hopefully I get a call soon and we can go pick him up and bring him home. All right, guys, so super good news. I am good to go pick Koda up. I just got a call from my vet a little bit ago. So it is now 3:30. I'm actually going to very quickly clean their pen and take advantage of them not being here because it's a mess and it needs to be cleaned. And then we will go pick him up, bring him home, and just see how he's doing. Apparently he's been eating, doing well. So let's go ahead and get this pen cleaned, and then we can go pick him up and bring him home.
All right, everyone, it is now the evening. I have him home with me. It is, let's see, almost 11 p.m. It's like 10:30 at night right now, and I sort of want to go over his after surgery care. So right now, him and Luna are having their evening pellets. He has eaten pellets and critical care since I've brought him home. Those are his top two favorite foods. So that is very, very good that he's willing to eat both of those. He has been more skittish and I would say generally less active, but I feel like that's pretty typical when he's just, experienced something as stressful as surgery and having his teeth removed, all of that. They did actually give me the teeth. I'm not going to show them to you guys because they're still bloody, like they're not cleaned off. And I don't know if I have like the guts to clean the blood off the teeth myself, but they gave me a little jar that has all of his teeth in it. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I can hardly look at it too long. Just because I can't think about taking them out and cleaning the blood off right now. That's too much. So I'm not going to show it to you guys, but I do have his literal teeth. So there's that. I also had to pay more money at the end of the visit today when I went to pick him up. So I'll put the total cost for surgery here on the screen. This includes deposit, when I scheduled the appointment, deposit I made this morning, and the final payment I made when I picked him up today. And that is the total price. They did give him more medication than originally estimated for the surgery. So that's why it's a little bit higher than what I originally thought it would be. So yes, very expensive surgery, but now it is done and he will hopefully not have any teeth issues in the future since he does not have any front incisors. He does look a little rough. I'm sure you guys have seen his face and the clips and stuff. That is, I think, mostly because of the fluids that they put in their eyes when they go under anesthesia. They have to put some sort of fluid in their eye, I believe. I could be wrong, but to keep that eye lubricated since, they're under anesthesia, they're not blinking. And I think that is just gotten all in his fur, and it's going to take some time for him to clean that out and for Luna to clean that out. She's been grooming him and stuff, so hopefully she'll be able to help that process. So he looks a little rough right now, but it's mostly because of that. And they sent me home with 3 prescriptions. So he has meloxicam once a day, which I'm about to give him here in a minute. He has an antibiotic once a day. I think the antibiotic I'm starting today. I want one of them he's already gotten today, and I should give it tomorrow. I think that's the meloxicam it says on the bottle. So I'll start the meloxicam tomorrow because I believe he already got a dose today. But I do have an antibiotic and I also have eye drops. This is not something I had anticipated, but the vet said that when they put them under anesthesia and they're holding their face down to remove their teeth, sometimes it can cause issues with their eyes, like ulcers and stuff like that. So the drops are sort of or it's not a drop, it's a ointment as a preventative type thing so that nothing happens with their eyes. And one of his eyes does look a little bit irritated right now. One of them is a little bit squintier than the other. So I'm about to also do his eye ointment here in a minute. I'm supposed to give the eye ointment every 6 hours. So I'm basically just going to do it 4 times a day. So yes, he is on the road to recovery. His teeth are gone. I'm very, very happy. He just looks a little bit like a mess right now from the surgery, but he's currently eating his pellets and I'm going to give him some critical care here in a bit. So I do think he's doing well, and hopefully, in a few days, he will be looking more normal and his face won't look so weird from how wet his fur is. So let's go ahead and grab his medication that he's taking tonight, as well as the eye drops, the eye ointment, and the critical care. And then he should be all set to go to bed tonight. Also, another thing the vet said that I should be cutting up his hay basically indefinitely. If any of you have experience with rabbits who don't have teeth, please comment below what you do for their hay. I'm basically going to be feeding him the dusty bits at the bottom of the box or the bag, and then also cutting up larger bits so that he doesn't have to eat pieces that are longer than an inch, just because he doesn't have those front incisors to bite that off. I'm going to try to give him small 1-inch pieces. If you have bunnies without front teeth, please let me know if you do that or other tips and tricks for making sure that he's getting enough hay, but they did tell me to like cut up his hay and keep the pieces very small. So I will be doing that. I have a little bowl over here for him of small hay bits. So let's go ahead and grab everything we need for tonight before he has to go to bed. Your eye's looking a little rough, buddy. So not this eye, but on the other side, this eye, it's just a little bit squinty. So I don't know if he'll turn so that you can see it, but you can see his eye there's a little bit squintier. This one over here, it's just not as open. So hopefully that ointment this evening and then again in the morning will help that. That eye, when I was trying to do the ointment earlier when I got him home, I didn't quite get it in there. I think maybe that's why it's irritated. So hopefully I can get that fixed up tonight and he'll be good for the morning. So let's see if he'll eat some more pellets. He kind of wandered away. Luna ate a lot of them, so I'm going to give him some more. Here you go. He loves the pellets so much. I try not to give him too many, but since he is obviously recovering from surgery, I'm allowing him an exception. So yeah, you can see this eye right here. Alright guys, it is the next morning. Koda has just received his eye drops and now he's eating some critical care, but I am still worried about this eye over here. I don't know how well you guys can see on camera, but it's just red, very irritated. When I woke up this morning to give him his drops, he wasn't even holding it open. So this eye was like completely closed while this one was fully open. And I was like, that's weird. But after doing the eye drops, it is open partway. So I am a little worried about that. I'm gonna keep an eye on it today. Possibly call my vet this afternoon if it's still not looking like it's improving. Although I'm not sure what else they do for it besides the ointment that I already have. So it could just be that overnight while I was sleeping was too long of a time without the ointment and that I really need to make sure that I'm doing it every 6 hours and not like 8 while I sleep. So we will keep an eye on that. In 6 more hours, he'll get more and hopefully it will start to show improvement by then. He still looks very rough with all the fur on his head and like it being wet and matted and stuff and just like he doesn't look the best, but he is eating and he does seem okay and somewhat active even though he hated the eye drops. So just gonna keep an eye on him. I'm glad he's eating. All right guys, so good news. I would say his eye is looking a little bit better. It is about 6 p.m. now, and I did call my vet and I asked, and they said just to give the eye drops more often and that there's not really a reason to be concerned unless it gets worse and stays worse for the next few days. So he is holding it open. Compared to the other one, it doesn't look as great. It definitely still looks watery a little bit, but that should improve with time as he heals from his surgery. And as long as I keep giving him his eye ointment every few hours, that should be okay. And as you can see, he is eating his critical care. So good news. He definitely is recovering from his surgery. The eye thing is just going to probably be ongoing for a bit, just because that area can get irritated during the surgery. So I'm glad that he's doing okay. Luna's very mad that she can't have any critical care, but tonight he'll get his medication again. I did actually give him meloxicam this morning. When his eye was really bad, I gave him his meloxicam because the bottle said I should start it today, and I was gonna wait till this evening, but he looked rough So he already got his meloxicam today, but this evening he'll get his antibiotic again, like yesterday. And I will try to give him some veggies then as well and see how he takes to those. And of course, Luna will get her veggies too. She's very mad right now. Do not bite him. Do not bite him. It is not his fault that you can't have his food. Is that yummy? Don't be mad. Everyone, so it is now the next day, and here's Koda. He is doing very good. His eye looks a lot better. He's basically pretty much back to the same level of activity. Still a little bit less active, but still eating, still moving around. Him and Luna have been like cuddling all day long, which is so cute. So he's definitely on the way to recovery. His eyes are looking better, and I'm sure within a few days, like, he'll look completely normal again. All the water that was on his head is dried up, so he no longer looks like a drenched rat on his head. He looks a lot better now. So I'm just very glad that the surgery went well, and I'm really hoping that long term this is going to help him be able to eat more foods. I have been cutting his hay up into small little pieces, offering lots of herbs, critical care, pellets, stuff that he likes to make sure that he's eating and getting used to, you know, having no teeth basically. But I hope you guys found this vlog helpful, useful, or interesting. If any of you have experiences with rabbits whose front teeth have been removed, please share that below. I appreciate all experience, advice, etc. And thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again soon with another video. Bye-bye.